Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac. We have a challenge run today, but it's a vanilla challenge run. You know, I'm a simple man. Some might say I'm simple, which would be a little bit more offensive than saying I'm a simple kind of man. Needs something that I can understand. But anyway, I do need something that I can understand, and this run is that. So it's a challenge run, it's a vanilla run. The only challenge is that I absolutely have to go to every curse room, even if... or the one exception being that if it kills me, I don't have to go. You know what? I will absolutely take the mulligan in this situation. I believe the mulligan might have been the first ever item that I picked up in the Wrath of the Lamb expansion. Just some trivia, some food for thought, if you will. But yes, this was suggested by, I forget the last name. It might have been like Galeando, but it was suggested by a YouTube user and perhaps Google Plus account, and real name, Chloe something. It might have been Galeando. Anyway, I think this is a smart idea, because you might be saying, well, this is kind of boring, like, people go to curse rooms on runs anyway. But yes, this is probably, though, the fatal flaw in a lot of my Isaac runs, at least in the eyes of many commenters, is that I don't go to curse rooms. And I always say, you know, like, occasionally I'll do a run where I'm like, and the secondary benefit to this is that I have to go to curse rooms. But then I just forget on the second floor, because I'm, you know, focused on something else. So on this one, this is the only important part of this entire run. In fact, why don't we say that for the next... obviously we've forsaken it on this floor already, but on the next floor and beyond, I can't go to the item room, or, you know, I can't go to the boss room maybe, but we'll start with the item room, because that's what incentivizes it for me. I'm going to re-roll this range upgrade, by the way, and get, so hopefully we'll get another re-roll opportunity. But yeah, I can't go to the item room until I go to the curse room, or at least until I explore the floor to determine if there actually is a curse room, and if there's not, obviously, then I am not beholden to any kind of, challenge, but if there is, then I am. So anyway, again, the one exception is if it kills me, and by curse room, we don't mean the one with the spike on the middle that you walk over. That one, people universally tell me is pretty bad. Even people who know what they're doing in the Binding of Isaac more than I do, people like BitSnap, for example, say that room is usually devoid of value. But the room with the red chests in it is... the one that I colloquially refer to as the curse room. That is the one that we'll be going to. It looks like we'll also be taking Cat o' Nine Tails here, which I almost want to just, like, skip over, but by the same token, it's probably worth taking just in case we get a certain series of items. For example, something that makes it easier to take out Mask of Infamy or something like that. We didn't really gain anything much towards the end of this floor, nor did we gain another reroll, nor did we gain a key to go to the shop, nor did we gain any bombs to try to find the secret room, so nor did we find a curse room, I guess, for that matter. So I guess it is time for us to simply go down to the next floor. So far, so good. We will take Cat o' Nine Tails, shot speed up. It also gives us increased knockback, which is both great but also scary depending on the enemy you're facing. So hopefully, so far so good. Recall that even without keys, before I finish this floor, we must go look for a curse room. I don't know if the first floor ever actually has curse rooms, so this might be the first one where we ever look for it. Obviously, I mean, I'm hoping we get keys as well, because otherwise it's going to make it very difficult for me to succeed as we get later and later. Who knows, maybe I'll end up donating 1 cent to that judgment. More bombs would be amazing as well. So I could possibly get a small rock, or really any kind of item. At this point, it's just like, Jesus, give me some possibility of picking up an item. There's many ways it could happen. I really like the mulligan as an item, especially if we manage to get it to synergize with something like a technology 2 or something like that. So there is our item room. And I'm going to go to our boss room right away just because we have the D6 ready, but I'm not going to be able to leave the floor, of course, without checking Bird at the curse room. Instead, we will just fight Pin, and this is a fight that I expect is going to be very easy with Mulligan, because as we create this kind of fly army around us, they will swarm him whenever he kind of spawns. And it's weird, you can almost see like it telegraphing where Pin is going to go, almost like they can smell him. Like Morgan Freeman or something like that. That was probably a reference that many people are going to get, but I'm not sure if you should, because it was a little bit nonsensical. Anyway, there's our HP upgrade. Just going to check out these deals with the devil quickly here. Krampus, okay, so that means we will absolutely be rolling with Lump of Coal. Thank God that we did pick up the mulligan, which is going to make this fight a little bit faster. It's not an exaggeration to say that these flies are my highest damage dealers, at least in discrete bursts. Probably my Stream of Tears does more damage overall, but the flies allow me to do that damage more consistently. So I wish I kind of picked up the HP upgrade before we came in here. I kind of assumed that maybe we'd want to re-roll it depending on what we got, but I don't know if there's ever a circumstance where that would actually exist. Anyway, we're going to fight Krampus here. It's going to be a long fight, no question about it. Fighting Krampus on the second floor is always a bit of a drag, but it does give you Lump of Coal, and as mentioned, I definitely should have just taken that range upgrade before, but as mentioned in a couple of earlier episodes, Lump of Coal is an item that I've consistently underrated for a long time, until faced with kind of like an unavoidable bit of evidence regarding the fact that it was like better than Rage, or at least consistently better than Rage. although Rage can scale slightly higher. Oh, be careful here. Don't want to lose all my Spirit Hearts. There we go. We'll pick this up. Please be a Justice card or a Teleport. That will take me, it's to the Secret Room. Which is okay. I mean, let's go to the Secret Room now. We did get this HP upgrade. A Secret Room contains a slot machine, which we will play twice, just on the off chance it pays out with a key. I think it was more likely to pay out than Judgment. Didn't pay out with anything, though. And again, we were looking for some kind of Curse Room. Now, a speed upgrade would be nice. Whoa, we found the second Secret Room as well, which is just giving me more red hearts, which unfortunately I will not be able to go back to, so even if we find an arcade or something like that, there's no way for me to really do anything with this information. Really, just give me a single key. We're not gaining anything at all from this floor so far. There is a red chest. And, you know, that's not fair to say, because HP upgrade plus Lump of Coal is actually a pretty good haul for a single floor. And in fact, Curved Torn here will give us a little bit of extra damage as well. Apparently also kind of shot my frame rate a little bit. We will definitely check out the Mob Trap Room. We're still looking for Curse Rooms, and I'm not saying that to remind you. I'm sure many of you out there are not going to forget. I'm saying it to remind myself, because I would hate to botch another run and just have this turn into a vanilla run again. Not that there's anything necessarily wrong with that. There is a pill. That pill is fairly unlikely to give me a key, I would say. Bombs or key can't actually... I mean, it would just change 0 for 0 in this situation. I was thinking that maybe it functioned kind of like, you know, 2 of Spades or something like that, where it would just give you 2 if you had 0, but that's not the way it works. I'm trying to use Lump of Coal a little bit more effectively, by the way. I am trying to use it to, you know, like, I'm trying to stand as far away as possible so that I actually get the damage bonus. Now, there is another tarot card awaiting us when we defeat Sloth here, and we did so very easily. We get the Hermit, which takes us directly to the shop, which is not really that useful. Let's take the pill. The pill is health down. I don't understand why that pill has been so ubiquitous lately. And we do have 2 bombs now, so we could look for this red chest, I guess, is one possible awesome opportunity. That just gave us 2 live bombs. Red chests have a tendency to be a little fickle, I suppose. And those guys are just going to explode, but they did give me a pill, and the pill in this case is Pretty Fly, which is good. And we do find our Curse Room, so let's go into our Curse Room. Curse Room teleported us to the Deal with the Devil, which had Krampus in it. Weird situation, but at least we didn't have to lose any health leaving. With one... Okay, here's the thing. We do have a Judgment. And we've already been to the Secret Room. So with this Judgment, I think it's just give him 1 cent, pray for the best. Wow! Okay, that was incredibly unlikely. But we just snagged a 1 cent HP upgrade. And, you know, I will bomb here as well. We'll get the Tinted Rock as well as this chest. So that's 2 more Spirit Hearts as well as whatever's in this chest. Hopefully some keys so I can go to the item room. Nope, so it looks like this floor was like completely bereft of keys, at least as far as I can tell. So I guess it's down to the next floor, but Pretty Fly, we did snag an HP upgrade and Lump of Coal. Can't complain too hard about that. So it ended up, I mean, it was by the skin of our teeth, but it worked out. We also have this Hermit card on the off chance we ever get enough money to go to the shop. And we did go to the Curse Room, and the Curse Room didn't really do anything for us, but it didn't really cost us. It cost us half a red heart, which is an easy kind of loss to recover from. So far, you know, good Curse Rooms, 0. Bad Curse Rooms, 1. It's not that the Curse Room was terrible. It was just, you know, not good, which I guess would put it into bad by my definition, at least. Get out of there. It's gonna blow. Okay, we lost a Spirit Heart there. I hate that these guys do 1 full heart of damage. I mean, it's so early on in the game, you don't expect many enemies to do this. It's like these guys and people who fire green bombs at you. But I am trying to back up and let Lump of Coal do the dirty work for me. Might as well open this up, because again, I am on the lookout for keys, like, primarily, so just be a little cautious here. The thing with Lump of Coal that always got me, and the reason I think I never really appreciated it until I actually saw kind of under the hood, and I never actually look at the wiki, of course, which is one of my foibles or, you know, traits that makes me a little bit more affable depending on your perspective, but when I was presented with information about how Lump of Coal actually works, I was like, oh, okay, so now I kind of like it, but before, because its effects are sort of invisible, it was unlikely that I was ever going to be like, oh, I'm a big fan of Lump of Coal, but now... You know, maybe this is some kind of, like, confirmation bias, but now I'm like, yeah, Lump of Coal, that's really helping me do a lot of damage. That could also be, in this situation, Curved Horn, in addition to Lump of Coal, kind of coming at the same time and giving me some really good helping here. So, here's the thing. I don't know if now's the right time to use our Hermit card. We only have 1 key, though, so I definitely am going to spend that on the shop, given the amount of money that we have. I kind of want to use the Hermit card just to see what's in the shop, but beyond that, also, if it's greed, I can get some free money. So there's a map in there. I don't have to use a key to get back in there, so if we get the money, or if we find the secret room, I can go back and buy the map. I don't necessarily consider the map to be the best item. That's the reason I'm not getting the tinted rock down there with the bomb, though, is because I'm like, well, first off, we're probably going to lose it going to a curse room anyway, because that's kind of the name of the game here, isn't it? But beyond that, I want to see if I can find the secret room. Secret room could allow us to buy something from the shop, and, you know, we could always re-roll that map as well if we wanted to. It's doubtful the map is going to be, like, a game-saving item for us, so please just open up there. 1 or 2 more hits should be enough. 1 was indeed the magic number there. So we were looking for our curse room primarily. The disappointment, I guess, is that we do have to explore every single facet of the entire floor, which is why the compass would be so valuable for me, to know if there's a curse room on the floor. In fact, that might be something that I would, if I was going to do this as a, like, formal challenge run, although it doesn't need to be a formal challenge run, because, you know, as mentioned, many people do treat their vanilla runs like this. It's just me and my, you know, personal bias against curse rooms that makes this into a pseudo-challenge run. But many people treat their normal runs like this, but if I was going to do this as a formal challenge run, I would maybe give myself the compass, just so I knew going into the floor. Do we know what this is? Is that a pretty fly? I want to get more bombs. But remember, so the item room's there. I have a key, but I can't go to the item room until I explore the entirety of the floor and determine whether or not there is indeed a curse room. Because if there is a curse room, I have to go to that first. This is entirely because I am a big baby who would not remember otherwise. So let's just continue exploring here. There is indeed a curse room, so I'm glad we went through this. This will cost me a little bit of health. And you know what? I'm going to fight the boss first, simply because of the, you know, opportunities to get more D6 charges if we fight the boss right now. Might not make a difference, might make a huge difference. You never know. So, first things first, I say we go fight this dude. And we should be strong enough to kill him. I wish we didn't start right next to Chad there, but that being said, he'll kill a lot of his own babies. I knew I was going to take damage there, unfortunately. And we'll just continue backing it up, because my daddy taught me good. And the further back we stand, the more effective we are going to be in this combat by far. So I am trying to make good use of Lump of Coal for the first time in a long time. Luckily, I have enough health to kind of survive, because I have not been playing very well in this fight so far. But if we just kind of move it backwards just a little bit more. There we go. There's a free Spirit Heart for us, which I will not pick up yet, because that would be silly. That is very bad damage for me to take. No deal with the devil. I would say that is deserved. And you know what? I am going to reroll the boss room item. I will take the Tears upgrade. I'm okay with that. So that's going to allow us to fire a little bit faster. There's probably better items that we could have gotten, but that's okay. So that is a Spirit Heart, and that is Guppy's Paw, which, yes. And you know what? I will stick with Guppy's Paw for the remainder of the game. It sucks because I'm, you know, doing the curse room thing, but I really shouldn't have popped these that early. That's the one mistake. I should have just held on to Guppy's Paw, but I wanted, if I'm going to get rid of the D6, I'm like, well, I might as well pick up Guppy's Paw and use it early. But if I'd held it, I might be able to get deals with the devil, which I've kind of precluded myself from getting here. So that's bad play on my part, don't get me wrong. Let's see what we've got in our item room, though. That is Doctor's Remote, which I want to re-roll, but now do I want to give the Spirit Arts up to get the D6 to re-roll it? You know, I don't know if it's worth it. So, I don't know if it's worth my time. Are you serious? How do I do that so often now? If you put the bomb, like, too close, then it just explodes. I would say we can just go down to the next floor. At this point, we have already been to the curse room. Whether or not this is a smart decision is something that definitely remains to be seen. Hopefully we snag more HP upgrades that I can transition into Spirit Hearts by way of Guppy's Paw. And, you know, maybe I'll be able to use those for deals with the devil as well. But for now, moving onwards, I would say. So, we were not able to pick up the map on the last floor. I didn't want to look for the secret room because there were so many possible opportunities for it to be somewhere that we probably would have just wasted our bombs, and now I need those bombs, particularly to get tinted rocks to kind of sustain my life. So if we can manage to get like a nickel drop or something like that, I would be hype as hell. When's Marvel? Marvel is whenever I get a nickel drop, so I can actually go to the shop and potentially improve my livelihood here. So there's an extra bomb that does mean something if I can ever get a good use out of it. That is a self-sacrifice room, which I am not required to go to. 4 cents, is that a judgment level play? Well, we did get 1 HP upgrade off judgment for 1 cent on a couple floors ago, so you may be right with that estimation there. Now, gotta kill the green dudes first. Red dudes, no less annoying, don't get me wrong, but less damaging, and our pretty fly is much more likely to actually block the shots that the red guys shoot in. So more keys, more money, more bombs, more money. We really need all kinds of consumables, so I do appreciate that we got a little bit of extra money there. Now, if I could just get these guys to kind of like, yeah, there we go, break up these rocks a little bit so that I could kill you more easily. And same to this dude over here. Actually, the flies might be able to do the work for me. Not necessary, okay. So again, if we find the item room, which we have not yet, we will fight the boss right away. But if we find the item room, we have to go to the curse room first. There is a free secret room for us. Oh, enough money to go to the shop, please. Oh, it's 9 cents. That'll take us to 16, right? It will indeed. Maybe the shop is where we want to go instead of the item room. Although I'm not sure what I would be willing to give up Guppy's Paw for. There is a pretty strong precedent for spacebar items in the shop. So I'm not sure if we want to do that. But anyway, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. First things first, HP upgrade is a no-brainer. Let's see what is in our deal with the Devil Room. It's the Necronomicon, which is not worth it. And I'm not going to use Guppy's Paw yet. There's no benefit to me using Guppy's Paw yet. We have to use Guppy's Paw later when we have permanent Polaroid invincibility. But for now, we're totally okay to just hold on to it. And the reason being, if I get another HP upgrade, maybe I could snag a deal with the devil. That would be much more beneficial than having 3 Spirit Hearts a little bit earlier on in the game. So, we have not come across our item room yet. That is a bad corridor for me to be trapped in here. But yes, we haven't found the item room yet. We have not found the possibility of a curse room yet. I don't even know, because I ignore curse rooms so fully, I don't even know if there's like a precedent for them, like if they show up once every 2 floors reliably, or if they show up every floor past the first floor or something like that. I have no idea, so... or if they just show up randomly, basically. We have, because of this Guppy's Pawness, we actually did manage to snag an extra HP upgrade there, which is excellent, because this is my favorite boss trap room. We are on the Catacombs Part 2. We're going to be fighting Monstro, followed by Larry Jr., and if I can just keep myself as far back as possible, Monstro is basically just going to get screwed. Larry Jr. is not going to be too far behind, and these flies that I create also working really effectively. I have a nice little fly army here, kind of by accident. Now, with Guppy's Paw, there is a chance that we could get, we could become the full version of Guppy at some point. And there's definitely no curse room on this floor now, because I've explored almost the entire thing. And, yeah, just looking at the layout, it was impossible for one to be there. So, I knew I was going to take damage there. The real thing is just don't fall below 15 cents. There is some money back here, just making sure that I pick that up, and a little bit more right here as well. We're at 16 cents, so you do lose like 1 cent every time these guys hit you, I think. And you know what? Let's check out our item room, because it's free. It's poop. I really wish we did not do that now. There is a judgment, and I have the bombs necessary to get to him, so even if we can't buy anything from the shop, this is okay. And I could always use more bombs to get 2 cents if necessary, bump us up to the shop, but I expect that we'll fight greed in the shop, so we're going to come back here instead. Maybe judgment will give me the ladder and a key, and I'll be able to pick up all this money. You never know. It's pretty unlikely. That's probably going to be just blow it up. No, that created a bridge, proving that I know absolutely nothing about the way the bomb behavior works in this game, despite thinking I did. This guy's got to pay out in 15 cents. Maybe even earlier, and maybe with some consumables along the way. The bomb doesn't hurt. We did spend a couple to get in here. More keys would be amazing as well. If we get down to 7 cents, we might still have a crack at the shop. You never know. The world card, that's effective for later in the game. I'm pleased with what we've gotten so far. Another bomb, so that's 2 bombs and a world card for 9 cents. 11 cents now. Not a horrible deal. Coming kind of up to the clutch here, though. We got 3 cents left. 2 cents, well, 1 cent left now. He paid out with another tarot card. The tarot card is the Emperor. 0 cents left. Well, okay, with all these bombs, I guess at this point I do have to, you know, get another 2 cents and then come back here and see if this judgment will pay out. I mean, maybe we can use these bombs to eventually snag another HP upgrade off him, which would give us another 3 Spirit Hearts, which would be well worth the money spent. There's a key. Okay, so that doesn't mean the shop's worthwhile, not that it matters anymore. We're going to spend another bomb to get this other kind of cache of money here. And there is like another 2 cents that we can get for the cost of 1 more bomb. This would be like 22 cents that we've given him. I would have hoped that we would pick up something by now. Hey, there's another HP upgrade. Okay, so I don't feel too bad about this now. Do we want the World card or the Emperor card? I want to keep the Emperor card, and we'll carry this through to the late game if at all possible. I'm feeling pretty good about things now. We are going to get another 9 Spirit Hearts whenever I pop Guppy's Paw. Unless I save it for a deal with the devil, in which case, you know, we're going to pick up a Mom's Knife or a Brimstone or something like that. Mom's Knife has not shown up in a long time. Brimstone, kind of conversely, has shown up constantly. But anyway, let us come down here. And each one of these red heart containers, keep in mind, is the important part, is giving us, oh, Jesus Christ, like 3 trips to the curse room is the way that I'm trying to conceptualize it here. Now, this is a bad situation for us, no question about it. Mostly because my brain lacks the ability to dodge these guys. I mean, you've seen me fail at dodging the zombies. This is like an extended version of that zombie fucking, basically. Which sounds like something you put on the back of a DVD box or some kind of great movie. I was going to say awful movie, but let's be honest, I'd watch it. It's exactly my style. Okay, we managed to dodge those shots somehow. And we're not out of the fire yet by any stretch of the imagination. Now we are slightly out of the fire, and I still took some damage. That's what I get for saying I was slightly out of the fire. A sentence that is inelegant and inaccurate. But anyway. Lost a couple spirit hearts so far on this floor. There is our curse room, so this is good for us, because it means that we can very quickly, you know, get permission to go to the rest of the rooms, basically. So I'm pleased with this. And we are in Necropolis. You know, silver lining means we might be on the depths next. That was terrible, terrible damage. Come on, flies, work with me here. I've taken, like, the worst damage possible so far, and this is a new pill. The pill is Tears Down. All right. Game is kind of butt-fucking me here. We might as well go to our curse room right away. It contains a spirit heart, which means effectively we lost nothing by going into that room, but gained nothing as well. High Priestess card. We could use that instead of a bomb to get access to this chest, but I don't think that's a smart idea. Might just want to use it directly on our boss so that we can save this Emperor card for later in the game. I mean, obviously the Emperor card is something we would not use on the boss anyway, unless we were about to die and there was some kind of, like, health store later that would save us. Oh my god, how many flies did this guy spawn in quick... Okay, bad dodging, but how many flies did that guy spawn in quick succession? That was the stupidest thing. We might as well go fight our boss right now because we're already here. Alright, it's Mask of Infamy, which is the worst, but... You know, this is why I wanted to pick up Cat of Nine Tails, right? The good news is, just by hitting him right on his dumb, stupid face, even if we don't actually manage to hit him with our shots, but I did pick up Cat of Nine Tails for this exact purpose, I think the flies do damage to him, like, if they hit him in the front, don't they? I hope, but I might be wrong. Otherwise, we are in for a long-ass fight here. And one of my least favorite fights in the game, to be sure. We're probably going to lose a ton of spirit hearts. So if we snag an HP upgrade or any kind of damage upgrade here, I would be okay. I would be okay with it, I guess I should say. And it's so hard to hit this guy. I guess, you know, you get a slight speed boost whenever you fire and move in the same direction. So I'm trying to do that, but still we're averaging like less than one hit per pass, I think. That being said, he's got to be dead soon-ish. We're doing decent damage. The problem is, again, I've got to get super close to him as well to do damage, so Lump of Coal is completely ineffective. I can see my Spirit Hearts now. That's frightening, but we do have, you know, another 9 coming once I can figure out how to use this Guppy's Paw, or more accurately, I guess, when to use this Guppy's Paw. Probably on, oh my god, on the Womb Part 1 to see if we get a deal with the devil. That'll be our last opportunity to do so, so... I apologize if I sound a little disheartened here. I'm not disheartened yet. I am just pissed off at this boss, who is the most annoying boss in the goddamn game. He typically, like, the compensation for him being super hard to hit is that... Oh, we did get a deal with the devil. The compensation for him being super hard to hit is that he is very low HP. Oh, we did get a Mom's Knife here. That is beautiful. Alright, I feel a lot better about that situation now. Now, I'm probably gonna use Guppy's Paw right away now. I know that might seem in contrast to what I was thinking earlier, but just seeing those Spirit Hearts off the screen gives me a little bit more confidence. Now I really wish I picked up that range upgrade, because of course range upgrades do give extra damage on Mom's Knife. And this is the first time we've had Mom's Knife in a while, so I don't want to hear any belly aching. We're also very far from being in the clear, but we are in a position where now I feel like the late game is our friend. Previously, surviving in the late game was something that looked like a little bit of an issue, but now... Oh, by the way, I need to get that tarot card back that I love so very, very much. Yeah, surviving to the late game looked like a bit of an issue. Now, with Mom's Knife and permanent Polaroid invincibility and this Emperor card that'll save us the entirety of a single floor, or maybe a double floor if we get lucky, I suppose, then I feel a lot better about things. I don't necessarily feel like we've won the game, of course. And I also don't feel like curse rooms have played any significant role in this whatsoever. But, you know, it's unlikely that on the run where you kind of spotlight curse rooms that they're going to automatically just be amazing. It's kind of unfair, you know. Item rooms don't always pan out in winning runs. Shops don't always pan out in winning runs. But, you know, you're trying to maximize your odds and minimize your risk by, you know, spreading, kind of diversifying where you put your eggs in, if that makes sense. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. If curse rooms work out now and then, I'm happy to go to them now and then. We will definitely pick up Lard. It's going to slow us down, but it's also going to give us like 6 Spirit Hearts. And hopefully we'll get 2 more here. Well, we got 1 more and a bomb. And you know what? We're still reasonably fast, so I'm not too worried about this. We did just do a 7 Spirit Heart swing there, which is amazing. Amazing might be a strong word, but it's nice at the very least. The only downside is that now, with Lump of Coal, we're not going to be able to fire Mom's Knife that far. That was really bad damage for me. I don't even know why I'm exploring at this part. I guess to see if there's anything in this room. Well, we can't even open it. I could give 2 cents to this judgment. I don't think that's going to work out. I might as well just leave, I suppose. I am kind of looking for keys, I guess. Why don't we check out this top series of rooms? There's probably 1 or 2. That is an easy one, and we got a key out of it. All right, so I feel better about things now. And again, I expect something similar to happen right here. We got another bomb. Okay. So again, not a great floor. We kind of came up against it for a while. But the lard pickup, very useful, and we've turned it around a little bit. And now I'm thinking, after we beat Mom, we are going to get rid of the curved horn, which is going to affect our damage negatively. But on the bright side, we will also be able to get permanent Polaroid invincibility. I'll finally have a good excuse to pop this Emperor card. And why don't we check out this chest here just for the cost of a bomb, just to see if it provides us with a objective benefit, basically. Okay, so it's down to the next floor, and if we can find the boss... well, we don't want to find the boss straight away, I guess. We want to look for the curse room. And I hope I haven't skipped any curse rooms on this run. That's why I'm talking about it again. I'm lampshading it not for you, but for me, because I so often forget that reminding myself is very important. There is a curse room right here. We will walk in. Oh no, it's costing me a spirit heart. Okay, we got some pills. A health upgrade, which we'll take, and then immediately turn into more spirit hearts. And then a mystery pill, a tears upgrade, which may or may not benefit us at all right now. That's okay, though. So now we can do whatever we want on this floor. And again, I would love to get the compass more than anything else, because that would mean that I don't have to explore every single room on the womb and the, the cathedral and whatnot. We only have to go to them if we know that there's let me rephrase this, because this has been a very awkward way of phrasing it so far. If we get the compass, we know if there's a curse room, so we know if we have to take our time on the floor or if we can just run straight to the boss. Whereas if we don't get the compass, we have to go explore the entirety of the floor. Otherwise, we don't know, basically. And I hate the idea of trying to explore, like, every room to see if there's a curse room. Every room to see if there's a curse room on something like an XL Curse of the Dark floor. Either of them, I guess, because you can't get both at the same time. But either of those would be crazy annoying. So, let's continue moving onwards here. There is our shop. I suppose at this point I might as well use one of these keys just to see what's in here. There's no compass, so I guess we can kind of give up on that pipe dream. Maybe if there's a judgment later, we can swing it, but for now, there's not a whole lot we can do. That guy tried to push his friend into me. Did you see that? That was like a team gank there. Unfortunately for them, didn't really work out. I am a little bit too slow to be confident at my movement through these areas. I really wish that those destroyed one another. Sadly, no. Luckily, these guys don't have any vision, so... now, this should be a role reversal. Last time I got fucked. This time, we're going to do the fucking. I still got hit a little bit there. That's okay, though. Let's move onwards. We found our item room, and I have been to the curse room, so we can just immediately go down and fight the boss, get our permanent Polaroid invincibility, and start making our way on the next floor, I suppose. Oh, that was kind of close to taking some damage there. What do we have? Ghost Baby. Sure, why not? Not a big deal in the whole scheme of things. I would say that we are clear to fight the boss now. At this point, it's not like we're going to find the compass just randomly in all likelihood. So it's going to be Red Mom. And Red Mom is going to die in a fraction of the time that my previous Mom fights, at least very recent Mom fights, have ended in. That was super quick. Jesus Juice is basically just a damage bonus, which I am psyched about. And the Polaroid, obviously, will replace the Curved Horn. Curved Horn's been good to us. Sadly, we have to let it go. So we're on Utero Part 1, and I do have to explore the entirety of the floor. We will definitely come back for that judgment. I don't mind exploring the floor so much, as long as, for sure, we don't have Curse of Blindness. Like, as long as I can see what's happening, I'm okay with that, because then, it's not going to be as frustrating. I'll at least be able to understand what's going on. Let's continue on through here and destroy you and you. Well, let's actually destroy the guy. I wish I was doing a little bit more damage. Not that I'm doing poor damage, with Mom's knife and a couple damage upgrades here, but it could be better. And it's unfortunate to be on the Utero floors and still feel like I have to explore everything, because these are some big floors that can be kind of annoying. But that's okay, for now at least. And our health is good, and we have permanent Polaroid invincibility. I suppose I could fight the boss first and then just go down, but, or sorry, and then not go down, go, explore the rest of the floor. But what's the point, right? Doesn't really benefit us all that much anyway. Might as well just be content that we found it up there and then go explore these other, like, 3 possible areas over here, which, will probably take me, like, another 3 or 4 minutes, even though I'm going through these rooms pretty quickly. Chain reaction. Oh, thank you very much. We also found the secret room by accident, which is much appreciated. We're fighting Greed, which I actually am going to revel in. First off, easy kill, and every time you can kill Greed easily, it feels good. But also, Steam sale not worth anything. But the money he gave us, I was expecting it to be more than a single cent. We can turn that around and use it on Judgment, so I'm pleased with that. Not super interested in going to the mob trap room. If it was a golden chest or an item... Well, if it was an item, I probably would have taken it. If it was a golden chest, I would have considered it. I really thought that creep had already disappeared. I have to apologize for that one. No key surplus, I guess would be the right way to put it. So we're just going to continue moving onwards here. We do have a bomb surplus, which I can use. Oh, I don't even need bombs to get to this Judgment, actually. My mistake. We've explored 1/2 of the floor now, I would say. So let's maybe being a little bit generous to ourselves, because we might have some serious branches coming out over here. But if we don't, we are approaching, you know, maybe the downward slope. Utero, the harder of the 2 possible alternate floors in this area, but still, good news for us. We are one-shotting these hearts, which is making my life a lot easier, and this is all penance for Mask of Infamy being so difficult, and also, you know, these rooms taking like 3 or 4 of my spirit hearts earlier, so I will continue to try to make Mama proud, basically, on these fights right here. Oh, good. I love this champion version of this guy, actually, that explodes into pennies. That is probably going to be the closest thing we could possibly get to a guarantee that Judgment will pay out. So I'm very pleased about that. And the extra bomb never hurt anybody. We'll be able to use that against Mom's Heart a little bit later. No curse rooms yet, though. And, you know, at this point, maybe we are 75% of the way done this floor. Always a chance for a library or something like that as well. And, you know, we're not beholden to stick with... Guppy's Paw in this situation, so if there's a library, by all means, let's go visit it and take out some books and then use them to kill our own kin. Now, we did pick up a random spirit heart there, which is fantastic, basically 1/3 of an HP upgrade, and there was a curse room at the end, so I'm glad I went through all of this. Now, our spirit heart recently acquired has now been exhausted already, but here we go. We got another key as well, and 2 spiders. So I'm glad we went through all of that just to get the 2 spiders. So far, none of the curse rooms have really wowed me, but believe me, I'm not jumping to conclusions here. I understand that sometimes maybe you're just going to get a run of bad luck in a row, or that they're kind of like a feast or famine room where, you know, maybe only 3 of the possible outcomes are great, but they're great enough to really affect the quality of your run that it's worth it. Anyway, we're playing Judgment now. More keys is my secondary goal. A good item is my primary goal. Death card, actually not going to be that beneficial for us, but the Nun's Habit might be, depending on what items we get a little bit later. So, obviously with Guppy's Paw, Nun's Habit doesn't really do anything for us at all, but we don't want to stick with Guppy's Paw for the entirety of the game, if at all possible. Keep in mind that we will be probably getting our last chance for an HP upgrade right now against this boss, so if we can actually... you know, fight this boss, get an HP upgrade, pop Guppy's Paw. We could roll with something like Conquest. Oh, that did not hit me, which is amazing. Yeah, we could roll with something like Conquest, or White Pony, I should say. And then Nun's Habit might be a little bit more effective, and we'd get the ability to fly. Just because it's very unlikely, again, that, you know, Guppy's Paw will ever pay out with Spirit Hearts again. So, we didn't even find a deal with the devil. At this point, I feel like it's worth getting rid of Guppy's Paw. I don't necessarily consider White Pony to be that good of an item, but the fact that we have it is fine. Doesn't really synergize that well with Nun's Habit either. That being said, the extra kind of innate defense by being able to fly is very meaningful. So now our speed is through the roof, and that concerns me a little bit. And there's another nickel. We've seen a lot of Judgments on this floor. Sorry, on this run. So we might be able to get lucky and take them out. And I do have, don't get me wrong, the beams from heaven. We'll just see if I can ever do anything with those. What is this pill? That's a tears up? I'll take it. For some reason, I thought that was a health up, which would have been terrible, considering I just got rid of Guppy's Paw. But at this point, this is a good opportunity to use this, potentially. Well, it didn't do anything for us. At this point, the White Pony is probably going to save us more damage than 3 Spirit Hearts over the course of the rest of the game anyway, so I'm still feeling pretty good about our decision to get rid of Guppy's Paw here. Now, it'll suck a little bit if we end up getting a passive ability to fly. That would only happen in the chest, though, and the odds of that are pretty low. So I kind of had to go with the safe bet. even though I know that a lot of people are not necessarily fans of active flying items because there are so many passive flying items in the game. So far, though, I would say that it's working out pretty well for me. We have another chest in there, which I'm not necessarily super interested in. And this is the problem with this run. Without having the compass, the Emperor card is effectively useless just due to the weird kind of conditions that we've given ourselves in this run. Like, for example, I can't use the Emperor card to get straight to the boss because we don't know if there's a curse room. Not that I would ever use it on this floor anyway, unless it was an XL floor, but still. I want to use it on the Cathedral, but I can't use it on the Cathedral until I know if there's an XL floor there. But I won't know that until I get a compass, and, you know, I've never gotten a compass, so let's see what we got here. I'm an idiot. Okay. I really did not expect that to be a health up pill that time, so I guess I'm the ultimate ding-dong. Now, the real trick here... Is that a health down pill now? No, it's still a health up. God damn it. Just never pick up a half red heart. Is that a health down? That's a pretty fly. That's good. At this point, we can never pick up a red heart. If I can do that, and that's very unlikely, given my history of this, but then it doesn't make a difference. It's effectively like just giving us one more absolute HP. We can't fight the boss yet, recall, so we might as well look for the remainder of the benefits here. Now I wish I'd stuck with Guppy's Paw because we would have had, believe it or not, 2 extra, I almost picked that up, 2 extra red heart containers, which would have given us 6 extra spirit hearts over the whole game, which is actually, at this point, maybe enough to compensate for White Pony. I took damage there. I sort of don't know how. There is a red heart just kind of chilling down there, which I don't... Oh, I almost knocked it into myself. Now, it's possible that via a blood bank or something we could just lose it, but... again, I would love to fight the boss right now just to minimize my risk of picking up a heart, but keep in mind that we do need to, you know, see if there is a curse room somewhere on this floor. You did this to yourselves, you did! And that's what really hurts. That should be good. I've got to stop moving. It's like muscle memory, but I almost always move towards the center of the room after I finish killing all the enemies, just so I can catch the drop as quickly as possible. But that's actually not good for us in this situation, obviously, because it makes us more likely to pick up a red heart. There is a curse room, so I'm glad we went through with this. Although nobody would have known, I guess, if there was a curse room if I didn't. This is gonna hurt, but... see what we get. We get a spirit heart, so I guess effectively that was, again, worth nothing. Except it did give us some charges on our pony, which we're going to use immediately to take out Mom's heart here. Okay, we've managed to not pick up the red hearts that have kind of been scattered about here, so let's try to continue that trend. The HP upgrade didn't necessarily fuck me, but it's put me in a position, like a doggy-style, lubed up, where the fucking could commence at any time. And by the way, because people get bent out of shape sometimes, this is not a non-consensual sex joke. This is just me using perhaps an analogy that is not a good fit for a PC channel like this, because obviously, I don't mean PC gaming, I mean politically correct, which obviously is, I'm being a little facetious, you know, given the nature of the game as well. But anyway, let's drop this down here. Sometimes Mom can create champions, and those champions may drop half of a red heart, which concerns me, as one might expect. This should be continuously firing bombs now. We should be out of the risk of the champions then, as well. We can't get hit by creep. Those guys shouldn't be able to hurt me. Those guys basically ended my last run, so I'm pleased to knock them out of contention here. And we will go up to the next floor, and again, kind of a piss-off, but I do have to explore basically the entirety of... That didn't explode him? Wow. That chain reaction did not work at all. High Priestess. Good card, don't get me wrong, but we will stick with our Emperor. Maybe we should go with the High Priestess card. Because the Emperor card doesn't benefit us if we can't see where we're going. So the High Priestess card might... Whoa, that is a weird pony here. It's cool that after this much time in the game, you can still sometimes see things that surprise you, and that is definitely one of them. I don't know if I've ever seen the, like, Conquest White Pony reskin, or palette swap, I guess. Anyway, let us take these enemies out and move on. We have already killed the interesting part of this level, so just don't stand in the center after it's done. There we go. We would have picked up a bomb, but we might have risked losing permanent Polaroid invincibility. And the reason I'm being so anal about this, by the way, is that our permanent Polaroid invincibility is essentially our lifeblood at this point in the game. It's what allows us to have... Oh, careful. It's what allows us to have a chance against these later bosses. Now, we do have enough keys to at least get some items on the chest, provided we actually manage to get there. That was kind of close. There is our boss, and of course on this run, the run where I can't go to the boss right away, that is where I find the bosses immediately. We are going to explore the rest of the floor, though. We are going to do our duty to the viewers. Especially, the last run turned out so badly. that I figured we might as well, we kind of owe it to the viewers to provide an okay run this time. Or as best as I possibly can. So please blow up the tinted rock. We'll try this again. There we go. That did give me a spirit heart, which will compensate for the curse room if I inevitably do end up finding one here, or eventually do end up finding one here. There we go. This Loki should be so close to death. Just don't get hit, because then we get the spirit heart payout here. There we go. Beautiful. We also picked up a key, and I can't believe that I've still not picked up a half red heart or a full red heart to get rid of my permanent Polaroid invincibility. It's something that's gonna happen. Another spirit heart drop. Very lucky. It's only a matter of time, but the longer that it goes on, the better it is for me. I'm obviously saving these keys to benefit me more on the chest, which it's not an inevitability that we'll be going to the chest, but it is a likely situation that we will be going to the chest. And that is another spirit heart drop here, and we didn't pick up the red heart by accident. So luck is on our side. Somebody up there definitely likes us right now. I can never remember if those scythes can, like, go around the rocks. That's okay, though. Permanent Polaroid invincibility means we will be able to butt-fuck death here in a way that both of us appreciate in a loving fashion. And a couple more shots like this, and another one, and maybe like 20 more, because I never know how many it takes to kill this horse. And, you know, then the interaction with Mom's knife, who knows? It doesn't look like we have lump of coal attached to Mom's knife anymore. It's very strange. Obviously, I do not want that. Now, I do believe that there is not a curse room up at the top. Because of the layout of the level, I believe that is a dead end, because it would have to border something. I guess we could play that slot machine. It might actually pay out with something useful. Might as well fly through here. The pony's active effect plus Nun's habit is not that effective. Like, I'm not deluded to think that this is a game-changing setup for us. It's mostly the reason I took it is because it gives us the ability to fly, which is going to save us a lot of damage, probably in the short run and the long run. So there's extra bombs for us. There is a curse room, so, you know, it had to be done. And we come down here, and inside we get a troll bomb. So I would say curse rooms have not necessarily worked out that effectively for us so far. Why am I exploring the rest of the floor now? This is a silly decision on my part. I should... Yep, there we go. I deserve to take that damage. I wonder if with White Pony, all of the ponies just become, like, conquest. But anyway, let's make our way to this boss room against Isaac. I expect that it will go fine. There are a lot of hearts to avoid here. And then, when we get to the chest, then things might get a little funky. If we have to explore every single room on the chest, which we kind of do, that's going to be real shitty. But we'll stick with the White Pony for now, and let's go to town here. At the very least, I think I've stuck with the conditions of the challenge run, which we agreed on from the start, which is something to be proud of. We are in the second phase of Isaac already. In fact, he is borderline half dead. And every time we get hit, we can just obviously come in here and do substantially more damage. He is on his third phase and is very nearly completely dead. One more hit on us will give us enough permanent Polaroid invincibility to take him out in one fell swoop, but I would love to save the Spirit Hearts if possible. Unfortunately, that's not going to be possible. So we'll kill him. He's going to probably drop a heart that I should stay away from. Oh, I got hit again. And we're low. I just got to watch out for this invincibility because it's eroding, and one more of you. Okay, so we can't pick that up. Now it is up to the chest where things are going to get very, very interesting here. Kamikaze, terrible. Demon Baby, fine. Not a game breaker or game saver. White Feather, basically a worse version of what we currently have. And Spelunker's Hat, which would have saved us a lot of problems probably earlier, but now, no such luck. Okay, what are our chances? Low? 25, 15%? Probably like below 50% chance of even getting the Blue Baby, because I have to explore the entirety of the floor, and our health is already pretty low. I don't hold out a lot of hope for this run succeeding. That being said, you know, maybe we'll get lucky. Sometimes you can just get some random item swings that will help you out a great deal. Obviously, that bloat did not do me any favors right off the top here, but I did manage to kill him. He was dropping health that I can't even use. Famine should be... Famine plus Pestilence is like our ideal room at this point in the game. If I get hit here, I have nobody to blame but myself, but it is an easy combination. I almost got hit there, actually. That would have been terrible. More Spirit Heart drops, please. Gertie Juniors are like the opposite of our ideal room at this point. I can't believe I got hit there. I thought I'd used some excellent strategy to kind of set myself up in a great position. This Gertie Junior is not even close to being dead somehow. I dodged right into the corner. We are now one hit away from death. Even the red hearts on the previous screen will not save me in this situation. Ah, and I got killed. I tried, though. That was a fun run, in spite of the fact that I kind of lost the plot there at the end, and we tried. I went to the curse rooms. The curse rooms didn't pan out that well. That might not have been the great sale that you guys were looking for. Like, I don't feel like, yeah, curse rooms, woo! But I appreciate, you know, the effort to try to get me to pay attention to them more, and I'm going to do my best to pay attention to them more, because I have seen the effects that they can have. But in any case, as always, thanks for watching. Continue suggesting your challenge runs, and I will do the ones I deem most entertaining or appropriate. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.